kind of scared going into 1101 with 25 people, but it's like, I feel like I know you guys really well in this fast track class. It's very comfortable, and I feel like I can do my best in it.
Good. Did that help with your confidence?
Oh, big time, big time. Yeah.
Good. So what's been the biggest surprise to you this semester?
For me, it was definitely the friendships I've built. For first year of college, I was scared coming in. It was a big step in your life, and having this tight-knit group is really, I hang out with Melissa and Steven on the weekends, and it's just friendships for me was a big surprise.
I would just say that the tools that we were given were really awesome. So if there's anything to say, it's just like, you don't have to worry about anything because you're going to have all the tools that you need. You're going to have all the support you need, and if time's an issue, that's also something that, is addressed very clearly. So I would say don't let any of your, self-doubts or concerns stop you from taking this class.
How do you feel about yourself now as a writer to when you first started?
I'm getting better. Slowly but surely.
I'd have to say just making my writing more academic, I suppose, just sounding better and more professional than like high school writing was. Got more techniques, and how my writing has improved over this semester, and that's just been a big good.
It's made writing easier for me. I was fearful of writing papers, but with FastTrack and 1101, how many papers we wrote in the whole semester, it's no longer a fear. You can just write a thesis, make an outline, and just make it, instead of having this whole block of I'm writing a 5-page paper or whatever. I could just simply get it done because I've done it before and I know I can do it. So it's really boosted my confidence in writing.
Finding out which homework was due.
Yeah.
Confusing at first?
Yeah, it was confusing at first.
What was the biggest challenge for you in taking FastTrack and 1101 at the same time?
Having to get up every day.
4 days a week?
Yeah, 4 days a week, 9 a.m.
For me, it was probably just, they're both English classes, so remembering what you did in one and what you did in the other and kind of keeping them separate.
Yes.
Keeping on task with what was doing and stuff.
Right. Hannah?
Yeah, the other thing was like the homework that was due to this class. Sometimes get like the first time when I was having confused like which one was which one. So I used to hand in the FastTrack stuff and took 1101, so a little bit that was challenging me.
Did that get easier as the semester went on?
Yeah, so I came to realize that this is for the homework for the FastTrack and homework for 1101 is different, so it makes me easy.
Okay. What advice would you give to students taking FastTrack? They're just starting FastTrack, okay, next semester. What advice would you give them now that you're experienced FastTrackers?
Do your hardest to like separate, like if it's FastTrack and the 1101, do your hardest to separate the two classes, like homework-wise. Don't get them mixed up, because once you do it, then you have homework that you're handing in for a totally different class that you didn't need to do, like that day, just try and focus on what's due in what class,
I'd say it's just a lot more homework, a lot more work that you gotta do to do both the classes, because they both coincide with each other. So one assignment's due the next day, and it's just gonna keep piling up. You just gotta keep doing it.
How important was it to you to attend both FastTrack and 1101 classes? To keep your attendance consistent in both?
Very.
Like there was that time, like early, middle of the semester, where I missed a couple of classes for both FastTrack and 1101, and it just kind of like fell off the train at that point. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what's due for both classes. And then I met with you and we just kind of sorted it out. It's just attendance is a big thing.
Yeah, I would say that a lot of people might have gone into the class with an attitude of, I don't need to be there, or that kind of thing, but even if you think you're a good writer, there's a lot more to learn. So, either way, you're going to learn something regardless if you think you're not.
What advice would you give to students who might be wondering if they're a good fit for FastTrack?
everyone is a good fit for FastTrack.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just good to help your writing skills. Like, even if you think you're a great writer, like, I thought I was pretty good at writing, and then you took my paper and would just, like, tear it apart and like, see what's wrong here. I was like, I thought I did that well. But, I mean, you know, it's good to help your writing skills and, you know, people skills, everything. It's just a fun class.
I wish I talked to the professor more and got to do more meetings about my papers and learning how to advance that way. I would think that would be a big thing I would need to do, and making it more clear when I write, so keeping on to the same points instead of going off tangents just to fill space.
Right. You kind of made up for that toward the end of the semester.
Yeah.
I would say one of the biggest opportunities I had to improve was just managing homework. And one thing that FastTrack really helped with was time management. That was something that we first addressed. So, you know, it may have been an obstacle at first, but after that, it really wasn't that big of an issue, so there weren't too many.
When I chose to do the FastTrack, I was thinking like I'm gonna keep just writing. I didn't expect like I'm gonna read a lot, and I enjoyed reading. Like, and it was like a little bit hard sometimes to understand. Like, those essays were a little bit like kind of, you know, the author writes differently than a book or a novel or something. Like, it's more professional kind of, like, you know. So, but yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, I read a lot, and that was, I mean, a kind of surprise for me because it was a lot to read.
Something that appealed to me was the amount of work that we'd be doing in one semester that would save, you know, me, one, a lot of money, and two, a lot of time as well. And how one supported the other one, I thought was pretty cool.
Well, the way the two classes coincide really well is just perfect. Like, we work on something in 1101, and then we work on it the next day in FastTrack is perfect. It really works well.
Can you think of something specific?
Like the annotated bibliographies, where you talked about it in 1101, and we did a little work on it in the class, and then we took it back to FastTrack and actually like broke it down and said, this is what you need to do to, you know, do it well. Yeah.
I know it's big time, like, if we like struggled with one thing in 1101 a little, we definitely worked out in the 900, and in 1101 when we went back, we were like, we were the go-to people if something was wrong. And I really...
Did you sometimes find that you knew more than the people in 1101?
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely FastTrack has helped in 1101. Again, you just get more practice, more. The FastTrack is a smaller classroom, so you get that one-on-one with the teacher. So you can ask questions that may seem stupid in the bigger, larger class, but, you know, the big thing I had was a problem with like commas and fragments. You get the one-on-one help with the teacher, more individualized help. I think it has a lot to do with the attitude. Like, I came in fearful of English. I wasn't the best high school student. So coming into that support network of FastTrack and English has really helped bring up my confidence in both writing and grammar terms and homework. So that has set me up and has helped me personally excel.
Thought the class is so small.
You like the small class?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely makes it more personal.
Yeah.
You get to know your classmates and everything. It's a lot more fun.
One of the biggest surprises for me was the amount of support that we have to really help us succeed. You know, going into it, I figured, you know, it'd just be two classes, but when you really have, you know, the personal conferences on both classes, and then you would always, you know, take time outside of class to meet with us, which really helped with confidence and really just getting a clear understanding of what's expected. So, yeah, it was really fun, actually.
I think it was just the unity of the class. Even when we would go to freshman comp after a FastTrack class, we'd all kind of sit near each other, and it wasn't like a clique. We would also sit near freshman comp people, but we were like this secret group, and we all did everything together, and it was very supportive. Like, even in freshman comp classes, we would go off each other and help each other with certain things that I don't think any other class I've taken I've felt like that.
Obviously, it's enhanced my skills, but I think more importantly, it's made it more fun and more interactive. Papers aren't really like, oh, it's a paper. It's more like, I can't wait to get my thoughts on the paper and really see what you have to say about it. So I think just making it more interactive and more engaging, and very fun, and so that's what I would say.
You're there to learn and you're paying to learn, and for me, I was like, this is what learning should be, this is what learning is about. So I really valued the time in class and what we would learn, and I would apply it so well.
English is definitely not my forte, but taking the fast track has helped me big time. Confidence in my general writing, and I would highly recommend it to anyone.